Hey, what's going on? This is Stephen A. Williams, president and founder of Blue Book MKE. What I want to do is give you a brief update on one of the clients that I had signed up. And unfortunately, as before, it looks like she was not able to handle the high influx of calls. Not to say anything bad, it's just that when you are getting prepared to uh, expand your business, you need to be prepared if you get with a company like mine because we're going to flood you with leads. If you have an ad budget and you have someone put your ads together the right way, or you learn how to put them together the right way, you're going to get a lot of either calls like we had here, or you're going to get a lot of inquiries. And you do need to be prepared to be able to run through them, or you'll just be wasting your money. So just review. This was an expungement service, and what she does is she helps people get their rights back if they had nonviolent offenses. And there's certain things that they had to be pre-qualified for. She wanted to have the calls go into a call center, and they were are to pre-qualify individuals to make sure that they qualify for either expungement or a pardon from the governor. Uh, I could tell you one of the big benefits that helped her out with this, even though we had to pause the campaign, is that she learned that the company that she hired to do the actual uh, qualifications before setting up an appointment was not fully qualifying people. That was something that she had learned. She was like, your job, their job, she hired them so she would only talk to people who were pre-qualified. She found out that they were actually on the phone and some of the people were not qualified. And you could see here that she had good conversations. Now, the good thing though is that she can make so much money with this because number one, this is a very emotional type service. People want their rights back. Some individuals were hunters, they like to go hunting. They want to get their gun rights back. It's just some of them were truck drivers and they want to have their gun rights back for protection while they're on the road. So the money is not a problem. It's just if they qualify. But you can see here that there was a ton of calls. I mean, you could see on the 29th, there was one, two, three, four, five, six, seven, eight, nine, 10, 11, 12, and we shut off the campaign after this. It says 2:07 p.m. I believe we shut it off right after that. Like she just couldn't handle the volume. I told her you need to work through, you need to get with your call center, and you need to have a good conversation with them about what they're doing. And then you need to get to work on running through the leads because I'm pretty sure that there's just a lot of money that is just sitting on the table for you. So let's kind of walk through our training because I believe that repetition will get you moving towards the right direction to get your business going. And so, what I teach and what you should be doing is you should be concentrating on making good ads because everything starts with the ad. If you have a nice ad that people will respond to, and I just showed you proof with the service that Shanielle provides, you will be able. It's like printing money because you're going to be able to draw people in. They're raising their hands, or by filling out a form, or they're calling you on the phone and they're saying, "Hey, I'm interested in what you had to offer." Now, depending on what type of individual you are, maybe you are afraid to be on the phone, so you're going to need to have a process in place to kind of weed through the people so you either don't want to well, let me say it two ways. Let me back up. Either you are a good salesperson but you don't want to be talking to a lot of people, you want to pre-qualify them. uh, I'm going to show you how to do that. Or you're not a good salesperson and you need to have people a little bit more prep before you would like to be dealing with them because you don't want to try to convince someone to buy your product or service, which is that's not what you want to do anyways. I know that there's a lot of books and tapes out there on selling, but there's just everyone needs to be a salesperson, but there's just ways that you do it. If you offer what you have, in a way, you're not really selling, you're giving people what they want. And people always want to buy what they want. So now let's take it from here. You have an ad, you figured out how to make an ad that will work, and I'll show you how you can do that. So the next thing is you want to figure out from your ad, are you looking more towards to have calls come in, or are you more set to have people fill out a form so they can become leads? Uh, if you're running like a regular service type business, you've been doing it for a while, you're comfortable, you're not a beginner, or you just know what you're doing. Maybe you worked at a company and you went into business for yourself doing the same thing, so you're very comfortable. You can make ads to have people call you. I show you exactly how to do that on Google. You can do that from Facebook. You can do that from Bing. There's a few platforms where you can run call only ads. And the thing about it is that you do have to know how to do it. If you're not running a call only ad the right way, you're not, number one, you're going to spend a lot of money. I've seen people spend thousands of dollars on call only ads, and they got calls from people that they didn't want calls from. So it's very important that you learn from someone who knows how to do those call only ads, because that's going to just make your learning curve a lot shorter, and you'll be able to start getting into the profit rather than staying in the learning phase. So you can have calls come in, or if you're set up like the way that I'd like to do with my businesses, is I'd like them to fill out a form. And each of the platforms has a way that you can lead generate from a form. And I show you the way to do that from the platforms. There's a right way and a wrong way to do it. If you're not experienced with making landing pages, you would have to run your ads and then test the landing pages. And we all know that when people are on the platforms, they don't really like leaving the platforms. They wasn't looking for your ad. They saw your ad and got interested. And so if you don't have a landing page that's going to get them to take action, it's going to be very difficult. What I'm doing is I'm teaching you how you can actually generate the leads right there on the platform the right way. So that's going to take having to have a landing page out of the process. And you'll see that you'll generate more leads and you'll be able to have a lower ad budget cost. The next thing is, depending on your business, is to have a sales page put together. Even if you have a business where you're having people come into the store, when you're running your ads, you should still have a sales page to let them know what you had to offer. This will benefit you in a few different ways. Number one, it'll help brand your business, so they know that you are the one that are offering this. Now, if you're doing a call campaign, obviously they're not going to see a sales page. But if you're doing lead generation where they're filling out a form, you want to send them to that sales page to learn about your business, to learn about what you're offering, prep them, let them see that they're not your first customer, that they know that you've been in business for a certain period of time, so they can get comfortable. So when you make that follow-up call, or you may be trying to sell them from this page, you'll be able to make sales, or you'll be able to, when you make those follow-up calls, they'll know a little bit about you and it'll make the sales process a lot easier. Now, the other part to that is to this whole system too that I developed is that you need to have a follow-up system in place. The reason why is because people get busy, they're doing what they're doing. Maybe they're interested in what you like, in what you had to offer, but everybody's going to have a different level on where they're on their interest of what you had to offer. You know this, I know this. You went to, maybe you went to go buy a car one day and you were just window shopping, and then another day you went to buy the car and you were ready to buy a car. So your customers are going to be the same way, and it doesn't do you any good to spend money on having them become a lead and then you don't do any follow up on them. So the next part that I teach you on how to do, and I know that you've probably seen this out there with other companies, or you've seen people try to give this stuff away, and show people how to do it. But I'm showing you exactly the system that works for my business. All of them are multi-million-dollar companies, and this is the way that you should put this in place. And I'm gonna shorten that learning curve. I know you probably want to take off and just say, hey, I'll get a set up an email and do this stuff. But I'm telling you, it's a lot easier to have someone teach you how to do it. And also, you're talking to someone who has spent over, I would say, over the last few years, about $30,000 to $40,000 on my education with some of the top people. So I'm gonna give you that information that I've learned from these top marketers that are making millions of dollars, and their information that I've been able to put into my business, and I've even been able to break it down a little bit more for people that like yourself that are either starting in business or have a business but you don't have huge advertising budgets. So I'm going to show you exactly how to put this into place so you're able to get your business off the ground. This small system here could literally change your business overnight. If you put it into action, you would really enjoy the fruits of what this system could be for you. All right, so sorry about that interruption. I had someone come into my office here, even though my door is closed. Uh, what I want to do is make sure that you're aware of the program that I have with my 3 steps social lead form program. Let me just run through that real quick with you. Okay, so let's just kind of walk through it because I think that one of the biggest things that I believe is that my program will solve problems that you have. I mean, if we can solve the problems that you're having with being able to, number one, effectively advertise your business and generate sales from your advertising, this is the program for you. We don't need to go into what I've done. You've seen what I've been doing, and I've been able to just have a lot of pleasure in being able to grow my businesses with something that is very reliable. I've ran ads for years. I've helped different businesses in all of these industries that you see right here. There's probably not a business type that I've not that I haven't worked with. I've worked with large, small corporations. Currently have one of the largest national cell phone companies that I'm doing ads for. Uh, so it does not matter what type of business you have. I think that a lot of people get stuck on that. They believe that their business is not going to work with this system. It will work with it. There's a way to make it work. You're just going to have to figure out, well, not figure out, I'm going to teach you how to do it depending on what type of business you have. That's what, when it goes to that experience that I have in that learning curve, that's what's going to really help you is that you don't have to sit there and try to figure this stuff out. Is you're going to know how to do it, and you're going to be able to start implementing. The sooner you can start implementing, the sooner you can start making money. Stop searching all over the place for different stuff. You've probably learned enough. Now it's time to start putting something together. And if you haven't been doing that by now, then you haven't learned the right information. I mean that the results would bear that out. So I'm showing you number one the foundation that you got to have. Every business has to have this foundation. How to write winning ads, how to create Facebook lead form ads, step by step, Facebook lead generation ads, TikTok lead generation, Google AdWords lead generation, follow up emails, which is I went over why you need to have that. I'm going to show you as a bonus how you can make money with YouTube. I've made close to $50,000 just additional money from YouTube. I'm going to show you exactly how to do that. I've actually started a second channel that just got monetized that my face and voice is not even on, and I'm making money from that channel. I'm going to show you some ideas on what you can do with your leads. This will help you with your advertising budget. I'm going to show you exactly step by step how to set up an autoresponder, the one that I use. I'm going to show you how to improve your sales using a system called live chat, an application. I'm going to show you how you can text out to your lead so you can engage with them a little bit more, give you a service that I've used. I'm going to show you how to make a pay-per-call campaign the right way, so you can, again, shorten that learning curve. And I'm going to give you access to me and my team. You're not going to be alone with this. What is my guarantee? If you follow exactly what I tell you to do and you don't have leads the same day or the next day, uh, you can cancel and get your money back. The cost of the program, $997.97, and there's a $99.97 monthly advisory service. Again, you'll have access to me and my team for any questions that you might have if you get stuck. The training is step by step, as if I was teaching myself. Or you can do the payment program, 250 down, and do it in monthly payments. All right, the form is here. Let's see you get started. Thank you for your time.